Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. It's Tuesday, and we're doing wine and food pairing week, and today we're talking wine with seafood. I want to start by addressing the most common mistake I see at restaurant tables and dinner parties: ordering a big, heavily oaked Chardonnay with delicate fish because it's white wine and you heard that white wine goes with fish. The problem is that a heavily oaked Chardonnay is a powerful, full-bodied wine with strong vanilla and toast flavors from the barrel. A delicate piece of sole or a plate of oysters is light, delicate, and subtly flavored. The wine wins. The food disappears. And that's a failed pairing, not because you chose white wine, but because you chose a wine far heavier than the food. Let's work through the seafood spectrum from lightest to richest. Oysters, the most delicate item on any seafood menu, and the one with the most celebrated wine pairing in the entire culinary world, a crisp, mineral, high-acid white from the same coastal region where oysters thrive. Classic choices are Muscadet, Surly from the Loire Valley, which pairs so naturally with Atlantic oysters that might as well have been designed for them, dry Champagne or Asturias Cremon, unoaked Chablis, dry Chacoli from the Basque Coast. The principle at work here is that the saline minerality of the wine mirrors the brine of the oyster, the high acidity cut through the fat in the oyster's flesh, and the low body of the wine matches the delicacy of the food. Anything heavier or richer than this on the oyster simply vanishes. Delicate white fish such as sole, flounder, tilapia, mild cod, steamed or simply prepared fish of any kind. Same principle as oysters, but with slightly more latitude. Crisp, unoaked whites, Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire, Picpoul du Pinier, light Italian whites like Vermentino or Pinot Grigio from the Northeast, or dry German Riesling. These are light, high-acid, low-body wines that complement without competing. Again, avoid heavy, oaky whites. They're wrong here. Salmon. So this is where things open up because salmon is a much richer, fattier fish than sole or flounder. That fat content means you can go two directions. Light reds, specifically Pinot Noir, are a classic and genuinely excellent pairing with salmon, particularly grilled or roasted salmon. The slight tannin in a light Pinot helps cut through the fatty flesh, and the wine's red fruit complements the earthiness of the fish. From the white side, a richer white with some texture, an oaked or Surly aged Chardonnay, a serious Viognier, a white Burgundy can work beautifully. The key with salmon is that the method of preparation matters enormously. Raw or lightly cured salmon needs something lighter. Richly sauced or heavily grilled salmon can handle something more substantial. And next, on to rich shellfish such as lobster, crab, scallops, or richly prepared shrimp. These are fatty, sweet, and substantial, and they'll need wines with enough body and richness to match. So here's what a good oaked white Burgundy, a barrel fermented Chardonnay from California or the Loire, or a serious aged white wine genuinely shines. The classic pairing of lobster with white Burgundy exists for a reason. The wine's richness and texture match the opulence of the lobster, while its acidity keeps the combination from being cloying. Vintage Champagne or Blanc de Blancs is another superb choice for scallop and lobster. The bubbles and acidity cut through the richness beautifully. Seared or grilled tuna, meaty, substantial, often served rare. This is where a light red is not just acceptable, but actually ideal. A Gamay, bisque, Cru Beaujolais, served lightly chilled, and a light Pinot Noir or structured dry rosé all work wonderfully here. The principle is that tuna at this level of preparation has enough weight to stand up to the light red, and the red's fruit complements with the savory umami quality of the steered fish. Avoid heavy tannic reds, as they overwhelm the fish and they make both the wine and the food taste worse. One broader note on seafood pairing that ties the whole episode together: the temperature of the wine matters just as much as the variety. All wine pairings with seafood should be chilled properly, and lighter reds paired with seafood like Beaujolais or Pinot Noir with tuna benefit from being slightly cooler than room temperature, around 15 to 16 degrees Celsius, which brings out their fruit while taming any rough edges. A wine served too warm will always show its flaws more obviously, and with delicate seafood, those flaws are particularly obvious. Chill your wines properly and serve your light reds slightly cool. The food will thank you. Tomorrow, we're going to go to the full red meat spectrum. You won't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for the next Decant.